What's up, Spurs family? Welcome back to Spurs Talk with the Hanu. The preseason had concluded, and there's a lot of things that I've seen that I liked, and there's a lot of things that I didn't like, but was expected because this is a young team, and that is we will start off well, and then we will start to, fall off as the game progresses. We still is not playing that full 48 minutes of basketball, but that's expected with a young team. So Popovich spoiled my predictions. He gave his starting lineup in his post game conference, and I was like, "Oh man, because it takes the fun out of it. I like to predict the lineup. That's one of the fun things I like to do is predict the lineup before the season start." But he just snatched it away. He usually don't even like answering questions, but he answered that question. Oh boy! But I guess I give my thoughts on that starting lineup. And I think it's going to be a hard, difficult five to score against. I think defensively that lineup is going to be tough to score against. It's going to give teams nightmares because we're long, athletic, can guard any position. So switching is not really a problem. It's just so much versatility on in that starting five. My only issue is we need a Manu. We need a six man. I think our second unit is not no firepower in that second unit. Now Malachi Branham is a terrific scorer. Don't get me wrong, 3-level scorer. But he's not as consistent as a Keldon Johnson would be. He's not as consistent. And he or aggressive enough, he's a terrific player, but I think Keldon Johnson will be like the perfect six man for this team. And I'm kind of concerned about that second unit, the firepower in that second unit. So I wouldn't be surprised later in the season that Keldon Johnson, if he ain't not performing well, but if he's not putting up the typical numbers and he's, and it's a bit, the starting lineup is a bit oversaturated when it comes to that side of the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if Popovich bring him to the bench at some point in the season to give the second unit, more firepower, or not just Keldon Johnson, not affecting the game as well, but if the second unit is stale, because Malachi Branham can be inconsistent. We seen Champagnie. I don't expect him to go the whole year playing like that, like he played in the preseason. But if he tails off and not be consistent enough, and that second unit is stale, I believe that Popovich will make that switch. Ginobili at one point started and he realized that, okay, our second unit is not really doing it. We need to put Ginobili on the bench to give us our second unit some firepower. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this lineup changed, but it is a difficult lineup to score against. And I think we're going to give other teams problems on the defensive end. So what's my predictions? All right. So my predictions, where we're going to fall at this year, right? Obviously, I think we're going to win over 30 games. But I guess this is a hot take. I don't want to be prisoner of the moment. That preseason was phenomenal. I don't want to have recent bias. But I would say, you know what? I'm going to go with it. I believe I think we're going to make the 8th seed I think that's where we're going to be. We're going to sneak into the playoffs. How many games we're going to win? I'm not sure. I'll say like 39 to 40 games probably win. High 30s, early 40s, sneaking into the 8th seed of the playoffs. But our higher, it just depends on our consistency because we got the players to do it. It's a young squad. We just got to play consistent. We still growing. As a team. So I think the 8th seed is a hot take, right? It's a hot take. But 8th seed, because one of the reasons why, because before I said, play in is our ceiling might be the play in, but the reason why I'm moving that up to 8th seed is because Devin Vassell is a phenomenal player. To me, he's the best player on the team. I mean, eventually Victor is going to become the number one guy, but right now, as we speak, current day, Devin Vassell is our best player. He's our best player. The guy is just, I was so happy to see him last year when we don't have we don't have DeRozan, and now his shots, he's going to get more shots. He's going to get more opportunities on that offensive end. And when I seen how he was playing, I was like, it's his growth. To see him from day one to now is phenomenal. And credit to the front office for finding that talent, finding Devin Vassell, knowing that what he was capable of before we all seen it. And he's just phenomenal, growing each and every year. This is his team. He's our best scorer. He's attacking the basket in the preseason. He showed that he's attacking the basket with aggression. I believe last year he wasn't really that aggressive attacking the basket, with strength and using his strength. So I seen glimpses of that in the preseason, and that was my only thing with Devin Vassell last year. I think he could have been a lot stronger attacking the basket, and it seems like he's been improving on that part of his game. His shooting, he always was a fantastic shooter, mid-range, 3-point. He can do it all. So yeah, and so seeing him play this preseason and seeing the things that he improved on, I think with how he's playing, most likely I see us taking that 8th spot. I see us taking that 8th spot, which is, it's a big jump from last year. It's a huge jump. So that's my take on my guess or my prediction for where we will land at the end of the season. Now, the things that I said, the inconsistencies that our team have, we ain't playing that full 48 minutes. But let me tell you, when it comes to Victor, right, the things that it's a lot of hype around Victor, right? So this is my announcement on this. He's not going to get 10 rebounds a game. I see a lot of people predicting a double-double from Victor. I'm not predicting a double-double. Not at this stage in his career. Maybe next year he might boost it up to a double-double. This year he's not a 10-rebound guy. And the reason why, most of his rebounds is coming off length. He's around the perimeter a lot as well, because how the game is. And so it's a lot of times he's going to be out of position. He's going to be helping a lot, help defense a lot. So his positioning he don't have good positioning, and obviously it's going to be hard to get position because the lower guy always wins, right? That's something that they I was taught when I was playing. The lower guy always win, right? Meaning when you box out, you got to get low and box out. It's hard for him to get low because he's 7'3", 7'4". He's not really physically to just move people like out the way. Like Yao Ming was we usually 7'5", but you see how he was thick. He had a thick frame. Victor is he has a lanky frame. So he's not going to really get 10 rebounds a game this year. He's going to grow into that. So I want people to understand. I see a lot of people in the comments saying only 4 rebounds. They just seeing height. Height don't equate to rebounds. And I said that before. Height don't equate to rebounds. Charles Barkley, one of the greatest rebounders ever. He was only 6 what? Some people say he was 6'4", but I think he was listed at 6'6". You have Dennis Rodman. It's only like what, 6'8", 6'9". So height don't equate to rebounds. It's, who wants it more? Positioning. Where are you? Like, do you have good positioning down there? And that's something that's going to have to develop with Victor. His positioning is not really that good. And so most of his rebounds is based off his height. He doesn't know how to position himself well. And once he learned how to position himself well, the rebounds would definitely grow. But right now, he's just getting rebounds based off his height. So I want people to relax on double-doubles, okay? Unless he's getting 10 blocks a game. He ain't getting a double-double from 10 rebounds a game. But he is going to have an impact defensively and offensively. I like to see him work less. I would like to see him like how they did with Dirk, like that high post around the free throw line. A little bit of that, a little bit of posting on the block. And the thing about it, he don't have to do a lot of banging down there. If he get the ball on the block, he can just learn how to just turn and shoot. Just turn and shoot. Because when you do banging and putting the ball on the ground, you're kind of playing into the defensive player's strengths. I think if he's on that block, if 1 foot in the paint, just turn around, shoot. Don't make it hard on yourself. It's a lot of things that he need to improve on, and I think he is. I think he's going to be somebody that really, really is going to be a problem in the future. I think he's probably going to be potentially the best player in the NBA, or in consideration of the best player in the NBA in the future, because you can see from his first game in the summer league until now, the more games he's playing, the more he's getting comfortable in the NBA game. And that's why I told a lot of people, we got to be patient with Victor. We got to be patient. And the more he gets comfortable in this game, the more dangerous he's going to become. And I can't wait to see him grow, just like we were seeing Devin Vassell grow. I can't wait to see Victor grow, because I know he's going to grow into a fantastic player. So it's going to be exciting to watch. Very exciting to watch. Jeremy Sohan, I was impressed with his shooting. He looked more confident shooting the 3-point shot. So that was something that I was enjoy seeing. You can tell he's been really, really working on this game. He's always was a terror on defense. I always enjoy how he just gets under the opponent's skin. We love that. And he always had the tenacity. And it's going to be another player that's going to be exciting to see grow. And hopefully we see him grow in San Antonio. Because if we can keep the core guys together, because we all know it's not enough money to go around. When their contracts come up, these players, they want the most money, right? But if we can keep these core guys together, championship. Together and healthy, championship. In the next 5 years, we will be contending for a championship. If we keep these core guys together, I'm sure of that. Like, you can see it. So in the next 5 years, San Antonio will be back among the top teams in the NBA with this core nucleus, if it stays together. That's my future prediction. So y'all can clip this up. Y'all can clip it up. Yes, next 5 years, we'll be contending one of the top teams in the NBA. I'm going out on a limb with that one, I guess. Another hot take. I guess I should call this my hot takes, right? So here's another hot take. Devin Vassell will make the All-Star team this year. That's a hot take. And you know what? Y'all can clip that up as well. Devin Vassell, All-Star this year. First All-Star appearance. What's another hot take? Jeremy Sohan is going to be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Another hot take. That depends on how well our defense. If our defense is mid-table, as I think we need to be to make that 8th seed, if we like 15th defensive team in the league, that's a huge jump from last year. So we around 15th in the league defensively. Jeremy Sohan is going to be in the contention of Defensive Player of the Year. Heard it here first. You can clip it up. That's my hot takes. That is my hot takes. So that's all I have for this episode of Spurs Talk with Ahanu. Popovich stole my my favorite part of this year of predicting what he's going to do. He just came out and said it. Usually he don't answer any questions, but he liked to answer that one, I guess. But yeah, that's all you have. That's all I have. I'll probably be doing my what is it? Last year I did weekly power rankings, player power rankings, but this year I would do monthly power rankings of Power 5 I did last year. I did the 5 best players on the team. But I'm going to shorten that. I'm going to do the Power 3 rankings, right? Because it was, I found myself saying, well, it's 5 is a bit too many. So I'm going to do a Power 3 rankings, 3 best players that performed each month, right? So from last year I did weekly. I realized that with school and stuff like that, I didn't have enough time. So I'm going to try every month, do the best 3 players on our team that performed that month. And that should be possible to do with my schedule. So, yeah, hopefully y'all have a good day. Hopefully y'all enjoy your night, actually, because even though I'm recording this in the day, I'll be posting this later on tonight. So, yeah. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Am I missing anything? No, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. So I will talk to y'all again. If it's not any news, significant news, y'all will see me again on Power Rankings. So see y'all on Power Rankings. I'm out.